What is going on, guys? It's your boy Wolf Cloaked, howling in your faces right here from level 2, the Bedrock realm, where I play with some of my creative friends and we build some epic projects right here for you, the viewers, at youtube.com. So today I am going to be building this slime farm. I promised you guys in the last episode that I'd get it done, but I never really got around to it. I spent way too long trying to get all of this fancy gear. At least I have nice shiny boots, pants, and a hat on, and I'm no longer nice and cold. But I do need to get this farm built, and I had a bit of a thought. I don't actually have a honey farm. So before we get this slime farm built, we're going to go over, we're going to get some bees, we're going to put together a simple honey farm, we're going to use the honey farm to make some blocks that we need for another quick little block farm that we're then going to use to fill this farm up, and it's all going to happen today. That is a promise. You are going to see not one, not two, but 3 farms today. I missed out on the slime farm, but today we've got slime, honey, and a whole nother new type of block farm that's going to be made here on level 2. It's going to be a big one, so let's go! Oh no, so the bees are burning from their fires. I'm going to have to put some blocks around these. I've been over here at my base. I had one beehive that was on this tree. It's been here for a while. And I had a couple of dead other bees' nests here that had no sort of bees in them, and I wasn't really too sure as to why all the bees had died, but it looks like they're getting caught in the fires that are underneath them, so we're going to have to work that one out. I think that this will stop it, but we're just going to have to keep sort of staying here. I've got tons of bone meal in my inventory. I've just been bone mealing away one of these tall flowers and feeding up all the bees and then letting them get into their hives. I'm going to try and wait until a lot of these are filling up. I want to try and have 10 hives here, and then I will have sort of a decent amount of honey to get on with the other farms. And so here we have it, guys, a quick and easy little just bee containment area. This is not going to be my final honey farm at all, but it is going to just be able to get us a little bit of honey blocks so we can get on with what we need to do today and continue to produce a couple of bees. So all I've done is I've just built this little glass dome, put a bunch of beehives on it, put the campfires underneath, encased them all in wood, and now we can just run along the back whenever these hives are full and fill up our bottles and get all of the beautiful honey. We got a lovely warped door here. I just thought it would look nice, and I've just gone with a bit of a dark oak leaves in the roof just to keep it a little bit organic and natural, keep it a bit open. And yeah, I'm really happy with how this little bee containment area has turned out. I think it's going to be able to produce us plenty of beehives. Basically, I'm just planning on letting bees breed out of there, filling up a hive that's over here, collecting it, and taking it to a redstone farm, powered farm that we will be building later. But I'm just going to be repeating the process over and over again to get a whole bunch of hives. I'm probably going to do that off camera between episodes. It's not something that we need to do right now because, as you can see, I got plenty of bees. We've got plenty of honey pouring in. It's all working out quite nicely. I'm pretty happy with this little project. Oh, aren't they glorious? Look at the little wings fluttering. This is amazing. I just had a bit of trouble with one of the bees getting out. It was flying around out here. I'm not quite sure. There he is. I'm not quite sure how it's gotten out, but I think he might have flown out the back of this thing. So I'm just trying to work out what to do with him, because obviously now he's stuck up there. So I just sort of got this idea about placing these white concrete corners around the bee farm just to sort of keep it looking a little bit neat. It was a little bit noisy with all of the glass. And I'm just sort of placing in a couple of random blocks here to have a bit of a look. And I really like this. I really kind of want to keep it, but I'm not entirely sure. Let me know what you guys think. Obviously the rest of the base is themed very differently, but there's just this nice modern feeling to this corner over here. But that might have us end up redesigning the entire base, and I don't know if I want to do that right now. So I might I might tear it down and put a different style of pillar in, and we'll see what happens. Well, it's there. It's a pillar. It's got some detail and depth. I just don't think I really like it still. I think it arguably might even look worse. I'm not good at this. So, the reason we never got to that slime farm the other day is quite simple, guys. I didn't have the blocks that I wanted to use. I ran out of time, sure, but I really ran out of time for farming the blocks. I needed to make that honey farm so I can make the farm that I'm going to build over here. I'm just placing down heaps and heaps of netherrack. I'm wondering if you guys might be able to guess what this is going to be for as I place it down. And yeah, I'll come back with you in a moment and we'll have some progress on this little bit of a huge landscaping project I have over here. But we're over next to this gold farm. And yeah, this is going to be something cool. So guys, I have been placing an absolute ton of blocks over here. I think this area is going to start to come along really nicely. I'm sorry I don't have all of it on record. I just got into one of those modes, you know, where you just got to place all of the blocks, and I just kind of zoned out and completely forgot to hit record. But here we are, over here at the new nether beach by the edge of this swamp. And what I'm thinking is I'm going to be building up a farm here in a second. You guys will see that. I'm going to show you the farm that we're going to build. And then we're going to be able to do an area out here where we build tons and tons of farms. I'm going to try and landscape this hill. And we're going to build a couple of extra farms around the bottom of this gold farm. And just over here, you will see I've got a bit of a villager breeder with an AFK spot and sort of a tube where all the babies come out. And so this is going to be where I do my villages. But yeah, this over here, this might be where I build up some sort of these bigger industrial builds. And yeah, I'm really excited to see how it comes along. You know, I just thought I'd make this little nether themed area for some of the more nether themed industrial builds we're going to have. Like over here, we're going to have one of these like shroom farms here, you know, with the ground that shakes and chicka chicka, and you get all the shrooms and it'll be great. And yeah, right here, we're going to be building one of these big nether tree farms. I found a design online that I'm going to be building up. It's going to be great. I'm going to try and time lapse the build for you right now. So let's get into it. As you guys would have seen from that clip, we've got the farm up and running. We've got the machine built. It's all seeming to work well, except for the fact that there's a bit of a problem. It's got a little bit stuck right there on that block. I'm not really sure what that is. So I'm thinking, yeah, see, it looks like some of the terracotta's been replaced by the leaves. So I don't think that terracotta's going to work. Now, the original design used obsidian, and I just did not want to spend the obsidian. I'm too cheap for that. I really am. I don't have much. I only have like 9 stacks. 9. But still. I really, really, really just want this farm to work so we can get all the blocks that we need and we can get on with our day. So I'm going to tear all this down, rebuild it all up with obsidian around the sides and see what happens. You know, it might even look a whole lot better right now, but I really just didn't want to use the obsidian. I was going to encase this build in something anyway, so the looks of it wasn't too much of a concern. Plus, it needs to go a little bit wider. At the moment, we're only sort of harnessing the stem, and we probably want to harness the whole block. But anyway, let's give it a go now. So we grab our little fungusy shrooms, wherever they might be, right there, already in our inventory. Let's get rid of some inventory space, just like getting rid of this obsidian right here, and chuck in this scaffolding. No, where's my scaffolding? Oh, it doesn't matter. Put this pickaxe away, and we'll throw all our redstone supplies into the redstone box as well, just to get them off hand. And yes, I probably have to inventory manage this again, but that's okay. We'll worry about that later. That goes in there. Why do I always throw my tools? Okay. So that goes. Oh, I see what's happening. I've got to replace the front block. That's how it pushed the terracotta. I see. See here at the front, I need to put obsidian there as well. That's what's wrong with it. I probably could have got away with it as it was. And now we're not only going to use this for the blue trees, we're going to be doing the red trees in it as well. I think they're called Crimson and this is called Warped. But I'm not going to be doing that right today. Today I just need the blue one, so that's going to make it a little bit easier. We're going to be here for a little bit less time. And yeah. So now it's a little bit more solid and it's not as floaty. And I mean, this could all be attached to the platform. So for now it's not that bad. Although we could really just kind of build something around it there. But I'm not going to do that right now. And we still need to put stairs in anyway. So all of this is kind of fine, honestly. All of this is kind of fine. We can, of course, extend the stairs here. And there we have it, guys. One nether tree farm. I've just sort of put a little bit of a bridge around it for decoration. Added a couple of shroom lights and placed in these little bits of the fungus that I'm just using as a bit of a path here. I'm not too sure if I like it right now, but I think it's going to do okay for the time being. I've picked up some of my shulkers. I've sort of dumped them all in a test down here. I'll have to sort them out really soon, but for now, I just sort of want to see if this bridge is going to be long enough. I think I counted it as I placed the blocks. It doesn't really look like it's going to be long enough, and I don't want to count it again. What we're going to do is just place in some trees and see what happens, because I need the wood anyway, and if the bridge is too short, then we will extend it. That's all. So that's it, we're all out of room, and see, it only seems to push it out to here, so I think we're okay. I don't think that's 12 blocks, but I'm not... Oh, obviously, of course, the block push limit. See, I counted this bridge, but I totally forgot about all of the slime blocks that are in the back of it. I think what I might do also is go ahead and replace this lever with a dust and place a pressure plate right here, so that way we turn everything on just by standing here. That'd be quite nice as well, I think. But we'll have to see how that goes. I'm just going to collect up all of this wood, and I'm going to be here for quite a while collecting this timber, so I think that's going to be what we're going to be doing. And it broke again. Okay, there's clearly something wrong. Maybe I've missed a step. I'm not really sure. But this farm just doesn't work, guys. I can't believe it. I spent all day building this thing. I've actually really spent a very long time on this farm when I should have just gone, planted the trees and bone mealed them by hand. And I would have had all the blocks I needed. Oh my god, what a waste of time. Alright, well, that's what we're going to have to do, because I am going to be using these wooden blocks, these beautiful blue wood blocks, to be building the slime farm. I think it'll look really, really cool, and I'm really, really disappointed about this redstone farm. But I don't have any more time to waste on it, so we're just going to have to get on with hand farming these things and come back and fix this another day. Look, guys, I can't leave it alone. I can't just walk away from this farm. I've actually done a few more builds since I said that I was going to go off and farm the trees by hand, and I still couldn't get it to work. As you can see, the pistons are still breaking and sort of sending themselves into random places. All we got to do is delete all of these pistons, fix up our blocks in the center, and then we can build some sort of obsidian to hold them in place at the back here. So there we have it, guys. We have phase 2 of this machine with this new stopper pillar right where the block limit is. And we've got this stopper pillar at the back here as well, both made out of obsidian, and we've just ran the wiring up the side of it to power those pistons. Which I actually think kind of looks a little bit cleaner, not gonna lie. Except for right there where those two bits of glass sort of are, but that's okay. And we're gonna have to decorate this front wall at some point, but for now that's how it is. I think it's fine, and yeah, we'll test it out and see what happens. And to be expected, none of the pistons out the back have moved at all. That's amazing, and we've hit the wall at the front, so it looks like everything's operating exactly as we want it to, and we can just go ahead and get rid of this block right here. And collect all of our wood. Oh no. We seem to have a slight breakage going on right there. I'm kind of hoping that we can just sort of update the blocks. Yeah. So yeah, it looks like this is going to work. Looks like it's all going to be okay. Those blocks that got stuck out seem to resolve themselves once we'd mined the other ones. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. Gonna have to get some more of these funguses and keep going so we can get all the blocks that we need. Woohoo! It's going to work. So guys, I've been over at this area for ages. I've been sort of plodding along, placing a couple of blocks around. I decided to go with this little black stone wall and a couple of shroom lights down here. They really sort of make it pop, and they stop mob spawning, which is great because I had a couple of zombies coming from around this area. It was not very good. I'm sure some of you will notice I got heaps of these warp fungus now. So if we pop over here, you'll see this awesome farm that I made. I ended up making this thing all off camera. I'm sorry I don't have it recorded. See, I actually recorded all this on my Xbox. Well, not recorded, but I built it on my Xbox. I was laying in bed and I just can't record off that. Usually I'm playing on the laptop, but yeah, here we have this farm. I'm really happy with it. When we flick the lever on, you can see it just sort of starts shaking the floor, gets dispensed bone meal from the bottom, the water comes out the back and it collects itself back up again, and it just sort of cycles through. It's fantastic. It collects all the items with these hoppers at the bottom. There's an input chest on the side here. We can throw some bone meal in there. We can get all the stuff out from down here. It's super, super tidy. I'm really happy with it. It didn't take very long on a testing world to sort of work out how to get all this to happen. But, you know, if we pop out the back, it's kind of a mess. Okay, we got this clock circuit. Look, there it is. It spins around. And that's the dispensers firing twice. Yeah, they sort of loop around, fire twice, pick up all the water with the buckets. It's pretty good. You can see, like, that's the delay. It's a mess. I know. But there. Spins the water out, collects it back up. Boom. It all happens just from the one lever. So I think it's really good. I think it's great. You can sort of stand here for ages, get heaps and heaps of these funguses, get the crimsons, plenty of crimsons, and we got heaps of these warped roots, so I kind of compost them all. And yeah, it's pretty good. The tree farm's great. It's all sort of come along. I've got heaps of these blocks, absolutely tons of them. I think we're going to spend all of these, but I don't have enough shroom lights, so I'm going to have to go with a different lighting source, but that's okay. I think I've got something over at the base. But in order to get this farm built, I actually still need one more farm. Guys, I need to go over here. I got to collect something from just here on top of this hill so we can make one more farm. So I'm just going to grab this iron shovel that I have from some mobs and collect this snow and get a bunch of snow up in my inventory to put another farm together at home, because I need tons of this snow stuff. Well guys, we are flying on over to the slime farm finally, after gathering 2 shulker boxes worth of resources that we're going to need for this build. Oh, this is my hollow mansion. We're going to have to finish this in the next episode, I think. But before we get sidetracked and start working on a whole nother project, we're going to head on over to this slime farm. We've got all the materials that we need. We're going to get on in there, we're going to smash it out. It's going to look fantastic. I'm just going to be building the spawning platforms, all of the item collection and everything like that today, but we're not going to be doing any decoration around this area. I think I'm going to save that for the next episode. I've got some big ideas and I just really don't have enough time for them today. It's been a very big episode. We built heaps and heaps and heaps of farms, so I don't have time for another giant landscaping project right now. But basically, I'm just going to step right into it, and I'm going to set you guys up with the time-lapse camera, and let's get into it. Guys, I had to end that time lapse a little bit earlier than I expected to. I kind of had my camera alt fall to their death randomly, which isn't very helpful, but yeah, I'm really happy with how this farm is looking. I've sort of just added this scaffolding for a bit of access for now. You can obviously climb down and up it, or you can obviously just drop on down into the farm like this. I've sort of just put this door here at the top layer, and it sort of just joins into the scaffolding obviously, and we can pop on down here to where we get to our chests, where you can see we've been collecting tons of slime. while we've just been building the farm, which is fantastic. We're going to have a few stacks of slime cubes, blocks. I think we should be able to have enough to make like 2 stacks or something. Because we got the ones on this side as well. And plenty more over here. And obviously I haven't really been like AFKing this farm at all. I literally have just built it, and that's just been the mobs that have gone into the slime trap whilst I've been building. And yeah, I really, really like these sea lanterns next to this warped wood. I think it looks fantastic, and sort of the blackstone trim as well around the magma. I think it really makes it sort of come to life. I just want to get up here, and I'm going to actually be building a little bit of a glass AFK platform just out the wall here, so we have somewhere to sort of sand, and I think I'll give it a little bit of a flight accessible sort of landing pad. But yeah, I think that this slime farm is going to be super, super productive. It's going to be awesome, and I think that we've had a really, really, really big episode today. I'm going to build this glass platform off camera. So yeah, that's all. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for watching me build so many farms. I'm sorry to sort of have so many time lapses and then the big one sort of fail. Now I'm stuck in my farm. Alright guys, take it easy. This has been Wolfcloaked. Howling in your faces right here from level 2. Please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and share it amongst your friends. See you around.